Today is my birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. But before we start the birthday festivities, because we do have some festivities happening today, I want everyone to know that we are dedicating this show to a long-time listener who listens to this show via the internet all the way out in Hawaii. Hawaii. Land of the pineapples. Diana Marie is currently undergoing testing to see if her and her daughter are a match for a bone marrow transplant. That's right. If you've been following the VeteransAir's Facebook page, you'll know that our fellow veteran has been battling leukemia, and if they are a match, and if she can get a bone marrow transplant, she might actually kick leukemia's butt. I should let you know, Ethan, that we had another word for that in the script, but I wasn't going to say it on air.
He's like, thank you. I don't know how to do that yet. I just started.
Everybody say hi to Ethan. He's our new intern for today. Hello, Ethan. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Where was I? Oh, I was talking about Diana. So, I know that you're listening to this, you and Jim, and I want to tell you both that I've got something special coming up for you. So keep the faith with your God and stay strong. This song's for you, Diana.
A tattoo on the back of his arm saying 65. I've been to hell and back, but I'm still alive. It's those 18 months holding tough in that desert sun. It's a mama waiting back home with the little ones. Strong comes from endless places. Strong isn't many faces. Strong's fighting back when you're just holding on. Strong is an inner battle. Strong is a horse and saddle. Strong's when you fall, but you get back on and on and on. That's strong. She has a scar on her chest from that surgeon's knife. She might have lost her hair, but she kept her life. It's hard to keep the faith when your body's the battlefield. It's a pain no one can see, but it still feels real. Strong comes from endless places. Strong isn't many faces. Strong's fighting back when you're just holding on. Strong is an inner battle. Yeah, it's a horse and saddle. Strong's when we fall, but we get back on and on and on. That's strong. It's the boys in blue who give their all. It's a folded flag for a father's son. It's who rises up when they get the call. It's the one who fights and overcomes. Strong comes from endless places. Strong isn't many faces. Strong's fighting back when you're just holding
Welcome back to Veterans Air. While you were listening to that inspiring song by our friend Sailor Jerry, if you're listening, see, I told you I'd get you airtime all over the place.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
I like that.
Her album comes out in April next month.
She's dropping fire, huh?
She's dropping fire.
Oh, yeah.
She ain't bad for a Navy girl. We love you, Jerry. You know you do. Anyway, while we were listening to that song, Dan and I set up a birthday cake table at the Lone Star Community Radio Station in beautiful downtown Conroe. Come on by and get yourself a piece of cake.
Come now rather than later. I'm really bad at fractions, so some of the pieces are bigger than others.
just a little bit. Yes, it's free birthday cake. We didn't even spit on it. I will let you know that we are the only radio station in town giving away free cake. Seriously, free cake. And Diana Marie, sweetie, I'm saving a nice big piece for you because I know that you need to gain 20 pounds. So I'm saving this for you. I'll ship it airmail.
Airmail.
We got a big show going for you today. We do. Dan, are you ready for today?
I got to put on my thinking cap.
Go ahead, put on your thinking cap. You don't need those headphones. You're gonna love Dan's thinking cap. It's awesome.
It's a little small.
Well, that's because you have a big head.
I do have a big head.
That is an awesome thinking cap. Where did you get that thinking cap?
My aunt gave it to me.
Your aunt? Is she here today?
Yeah, she's getting free cake, I think.
Hey, Aunt Lois, I love the hat. It's great. Yes, we have out-of-town visitors. Dangerous Dan's parents and aunt are here.
From California.
From California. Dude! It's organic! California.
Right.
The state that's banning itself because it looks like a high-capacity magazine.
Yes, definitely over 30 rounds.
It's true. Look. Kind of looks like California, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks like California. So what are you gonna do? What are we gonna do today, Dan? Tell me.
I have to play like I'm against the Second Amendment because nobody would come on the radio to do that.
I think they're afraid of us.
I'm kind of scared, Doug.
So yes, we are going to talk about gun control and the Second Amendment because what do we have here at Veterans Air all the time without fail? The law, the U.S. Constitution, the Second Amendment. We're going to talk about the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, and probably the Fourth Amendment today too.
What about the Fifth?
I take the Fifth. I take the Fifth. And what else are we doing? Because I've made you a promise. I promised that I would take you where?
That's right. It's your birthday, and you're going to take me out for your birthday. I appreciate that.
That's right. We're going out. We're going to the gun range.
Yes.
We're going to fire lead down range. We're going to call it range therapy. Because nothing makes stress go away than putting lead down range.
I just like the smell.
I love the smell of cordite in the morning. It smells like infantry training. It's true. We're going to do all of those things. And I'm kind of excited, to tell you the truth. I haven't been to the range in a while.
Same here.
Did you notice that I came prepared today?
I see you have everything that we could need, in between the Revolutionary War and modern America.
That's right. In the studio today, we have a vintage, real-life musket. And we'll talk about this. We also, let me introduce you to Arlene. Arlene, the World. An AR-15 with our high-capacity magazine. And we also have our battle sport.
Dangerous weapon in the arsenal.
That's right, the battle sport.
The #1 killer of people in America.
Makes people fat.
Exactly.
We should outlaw them. But we have to do some headlines today. We do. And I've selected a few headlines just for today's show. Coming to you straight from the Gray Lady herself, the New York Times. This was a excerpt from an article written by Kirk Johnson back on February 22nd. The headlines read, States mull red flag gun seizures from people deemed dangerous. That's you, Dan.
Oh, okay.
Red flag laws, or extreme risk protection orders, allow the police to temporarily take away guns from people deemed by a judge to be dangerous, often after a family member or acquaintance raises concerns. What do you think about these red flag laws?
Am I supposed to be like anti?
No, I'm asking you. They
should have defined that a little bit more than just deemed dangerous. There should probably be a definition behind that so we can be clear and concise on the law.
I like that. Clear and concise on the law. Who gets to judge who's dangerous and who's not? Who gets to judge whether they're dangerous to themselves or not? Before we pass these laws, don't you think we ought to define some of the things that we put in these laws? No, that'd be asking too much. What kind of gun nut am I wants to do that?
This is laws like this are how tyranny rise. All that wiggle room, you get enough, you get a lot of space for tyranny to grow.
That you're absolutely correct. We got some more from your favorite news outlet.
Oh boy.
Give us another one, Dan.
All right, we got CNN politics here. Missouri governor indicted. Missouri GOP Governor Eric Gentry is right.
Mhm.
All right. Was indicted Tuesday, February 22nd, amid looming allegations of sexual misconduct and blackmail following an admission of an affair last month. He was charged in St. Louis with first-degree felony invasion of privacy, according to the Missouri court system. In a statement Thursday, Gentry's denied committing any crime and instead called the situation a personal mistake from his time prior to taking office.
Oh, you know I have to comment on this.
Absolutely.
If you only have 2 minutes and then I'm at 15 minutes, that's impossible. That's totally impossible. Somebody cutting into my time or I'm losing it. All right. I think that's bogus. That he was indicted for this. Well, he took naked pictures of his lover because he was having an affair. If this is the burden of proof here that you take naughty pictures of your lady friend, then a lot of us, we're going to be filling up the jails real quick.
I would also like to add in, he is innocent until proven guilty.
No, the news has already convicted him.
Okay.
Because that's how we do things in this country these days. The media and social media and 16-year-olds get to decide the fate of an individual without any proof. You are guilty until you're proven innocent, because we're just going to throw the Constitution out the window here. Let's talk about the Russia investigation. Former Donald Trump campaign official Rick Gates pleaded guilty Friday, February 23rd, to 2 criminal charges in special counsel Robert Mueller's wide-ranging investigation of Russia meddling in the 2016 U.S. presidential campaign and related activities. I have 1 minute, so we can't talk about this. Needless to say, Robert Mueller, I want to know exactly how much money of my tax dollars are you spending on this witch hunt. I'm not saying these people are innocent. I just want to know, what's this costing us? Because it's not going to change the outcome. He's still going to be the president. So how much is this costing America? So we ready to go out because we're going to do a commercial break or something? He's shaking his head yes. All right, so we're gonna be back here in just a second. I want you to listen up to these PSAs because they're very important. I wrote them myself. No, I didn't. I pulled them off the net. All right, it's all yours. Take us away, Ethan. We'll be back right after this.
We'll be right back with more news, talk, and commentary from Veterans Air. The Veterans Hour on IRLoneStar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1.
Welcome back to Veterans Air, the Veterans Hour, with your hosts Douglas B. and Dangerous Dan, the liberal man.
Well, I'm playing one. I tried to get my aunt in here. She's having issues outside with the radio station playing us. She ran off to an antique store way at the end. I tried to get her to come on. It's not going to work, though.
All right, well, let's get down to some serious business. We're going to do our constitutional minute today, a.k.a. my rant. A little adviso on today's topic. is gun control and the Second Amendment. Dangerous Dan is acting as a gun control activist,
Emphasis on acting.
while I will be playing a part of a reasonable, open-minded, well-informed American. You know, we love the Second Amendment here. So, for those of you who have not called in or written in to get your pocket Constitution, shame on you. Call in, write in. I will send you a pocket Constitution and Bill of Rights free of charge.
I think my aunt needs one.
We have them here in the studio.
Oh, right, they're getting one.
That's right. The Second Amendment states, and I quote, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms will not be infringed. That's the second thing that they wrote in the Bill of Rights, because it's that important. Courts, both high and low, all over the country, have been arguing the true meaning of this amendment since the beginning of the Constitution. And I'm not going to attempt to argue the constitutionality of the Constitution. Both sides of this gun debate, there must be some common ground. But it seems that we can't find any common ground, because we want to stick to the Constitution and the other side doesn't. Well, let's look at this current gun control debate that's going on. We need first to define what an assault weapon is and talk a minute about the automatic weapons ban. And I'm going to read you something. Drawing from federal and state laws, the term assault weapon refers primarily to a semi-automatic rifles, pistols, and shotguns that are acceptable or able to accept detachable magazines and possess one or more of these features. Semi-automatic firearm, capable of accepting detachable magazines, folding or telescoping stock, which reduces the overall length of the firearm, a pistol grip that protrudes conspicuously beneath the action of the weapon, a bayonet lug, which allows the mounting of a bayonet, a threaded barrel to accept such devices as a flash suppressor, compensator, or muzzle brake, a barrel shroud, which prevents burning the shooter's arm or hand as a safety device. This is 99% of the weapons out there today.
Doug, does your musket there have a threaded barrel?
It does not.
Oh, okay. It almost qualified.
Almost qualified. I bring to you today two weapons for show and tell, so those of you that are watching this get to see. The first one is an antique musket. This is the real McCoy. This is the actual weapon, not a replica. It is this. This is what they had. That is what the militia had. That is what the Army had. Today, 230 some odd years later, we have this. This is an AR-15. This is an assault weapon. Why is it an assault weapon? Well, let me explain.
Because it has AR in it.
Detachable magazine. Detachable magazine. Doesn't say how many rounds, just that it's a detachable magazine. It has semi-automatic firing capability, which means you squeeze the trigger, one bullet goes down range, one round down range for each squeeze. That's semi-automatic. Gas assisted, which brings the bolt backwards, loads another round, and you're able to fire. It has a collapsible stock. Do you know why you need this collapsible stock? Why this collapsible stock makes it an assault weapon? Because it shortens the overall length of the weapon. No, a collapsible stock is invented for people because people don't all come in one size. So a smaller statured individual can collapse the stock and make the weapon the correct size for them. A larger person can extend the stock. This particular model does not have the pistol grip, but it would go right here. Pistol grips steady the weapon when you're firing.
I thought the pistol grip was the grip you're holding right there.
No, they mean this one underneath here. I think. But You may be right.
I am right.
Dan says he's right, so this is the pistol grip.
Yes.
It has a barrel shroud. That's this protection over the barrel which heats up when you fire rounds. It has a threaded barrel for a flash suppressor or muzzle brake. It has a, I love this. Where is it? Mag, phone, this guy, pistol grip, bayonet lug. This actually has a rail system which allows different attachments to be attached onto it. That's what you see here. This is a semi-automatic weapon. This is an assault weapon. Do you know why do you know when it becomes an assault weapon?
When two or more of those objects are on there?
One or more of those objects are on there.
Oh.
But this particular weapon actually becomes an assault weapon when I run out of ammo and I beat your butt with it. My assault spork. Because with this, I can make you fat. Now, they're banning this weapon. Florida, today, just banned this weapon.
Do you want me to start acting now?
You can start acting now, Mr. Liberal.
Good.
Why is this weapon more dangerous than this weapon? Tell me, Dan, why?
Oh, well, they're both equally dangerous because they're both used to kill children indiscriminately.
So we should ban all firearms?
Yes.
Because they've been used to kill children.
Yes, that's their primary function.
Just so happens, I have some stats, Dan. I have some stats from the
I'm
I didn't
sure you
turn on
have
my
them.
thing.
I'm sure you have them from reputable sources like Fox News,
No.
Fox and Friends, the president's tweets.
How about the Crime Prevention Research Center? Is that reputable enough for you?
I've never heard of them before.
Of course you haven't. But they tracked the last 17 years of mass shootings. You know what percentage of mass shootings were done in a gun-free zone? 96.8%. That's right, in gun-free zones. Do you know how many were done in not a gun-free zone?
How many?
3%. And 2 of those that make up that 3% were suicides. The gun is not dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. The person wielding that is dangerous.
I would disagree. I would say that the gun is dangerous
Why?
because it's used to kill people.
So is the spork.
Right, in a less indirect way, but it is still dangerous.
I
This
can
is
leap
why- this
across
is what-
this table and gouge your eyes out with this spork.
Right, but this is why I advocate also for vegan lifestyles. Is that too much?
No,
Okay.
I like that. I like that. Stricter gun control legislation will stop people from having access to assault weapons. Well, you know what? Here's my problem with that. You've just classified 99% of all firearms being an assault weapon. So you want me
Rightly
to
so.
engage with only a pistol,
No,
with a revolver.
no.
So you're saying I don't have any rights to have a firearm?
No, you have a right for the government to protect you. That's why
Well-
we have the ability to call the police.
But what about the Second Amendment here?
It's wrong.
The Second Amendment is wrong?
No, your interpretation of it is wrong.
And what is your interpretation of the Second Amendment?
We do have a well-regulated militia. That would be like National Guard. Each state has one.
Do you know the meaning of militia?
Yeah, National Guard.
It's not the meaning of the militia.
Yes, it's a voluntary force that you can sign up to join to help protect your state.
Nope. It's not the definition of a militia. We, you and I, are the militia.
Can you define that in there? Can you find the definition of that in the Constitution?
Yes. The right of the people.
Yeah,
Not
like
the people. Not the National Guard, not the Army, not the government, the people.
no, they're all made of people.
So you want to get rid of the Second Amendment?
Yes. Or put that it doesn't apply to everyday citizens.
Well, perhaps we should also get rid of the Fourth Amendment. Because the Fourth Amendment says the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable search and seizure shall not be violated, and no warrants shall be issued, but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. someone comes into your home,
Mhm.
wants to search and seize your belongings, do you have the right to stop them?
Like an everyday person?
Yep.
Yes.
How are you going to stop them?
I'd call the cops.
The Armor-Light platform AR-15 for when seconds matter and the police are only minutes away. I've just raised gun sales all over the nation.
Or at least to the 4 people listening.
Or at least to the 4 people that are listening. Hey, baby, I know you're listening to me. All right.
5 then.
Let me, hey, well, you know what? We have a bunch of people listening today because you have guests in town.
Yeah, I counted them as the 4.
Okay, good. Well, the police come in and break down your door,
Mhm.
decide to take you away for wearing a hat.
But they have the right to. Because they were voted into office.
And of course, if we vote for people, those people are always righteous and moral.
Yes. That's how democracy works.
I thought I was going to be able to counter this, but you know, I really can't.
That's because I'm right.
Of course, you're right. How about this one? I got 2 minutes, and we need a clock in here. I got 2 minutes, so really quick in the 2 minutes, we only get to be able to do one. Let's see, which one shall we do? We did what an assault weapon is. How about more guns equal more homicides?
I wholeheartedly agree. I think the less means we have to kill our fellow man and children, the better.
Are you familiar with the statistics out of Chicago, New Orleans, and Washington, D.C.?
I am.
And what do those statistics say about homicide?
Homicide has gone up because enforcement of the laws we have now isn't enough. We need more stricter laws.
But aren't those laws in those cities that there are no firearms whatsoever?
Yeah. We just need more laws against violent crime using firearms. That will solve the problem.
Like restraining orders. All right, we need to go on break. We're going to come back in a minute or so, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this, and then we're going to go into events. Dan,
I can take my hat off.
you can take your hat off if you'd like. We'll be right back after these messages.
We'll be right back with more news, talk, and commentary from Veterans Air. The Veterans Hour on IRLoneStar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1. You're back with Douglas B. on Veterans Air, the Veterans Hour, reminding you that Claymore mines are stamped with front towards enemy for a reason.
Hey, welcome back to Veterans Air. You're live with Douglas B. and Dangerous Dan, the liberal man.
No, I had to take my my thinking cap off. It was a little too small. I don't have a pea brain to fit inside it.
Yeah, y'all going to need to wait until the video comes out, and I'll post it up on Facebook. Little girl, you need to post this on Facebook. And I'll put it on our archives page, but you got to see Dan's hat. It's awesome. It's awesome. Continuing on with our talk on gun control, I'd like to visit the National Instant Criminal Background Check. This is the law that they want to strengthen. And I want to say that I have absolutely nothing against strengthening this law, the National Instant Criminal Background Check. But I have a problem with we need to pass the law so we can see what's in it mentality of our congressmen and senators. And congressmen and senators, if you are listening, you're not doing your job.
But Doug, we should trust them. We voted for them.
The reason that I have an AR-15 is to stop tyranny, because I don't trust my government. Because, if we get rid of all of our weapons and let the government take care of us, that worked out really well for the Native Americans, didn't it?
Yes.
Yes, worked out real well for the Native Americans.
They have casinos now.
That's right. The Alabama Coshada Nation is now all up in arms going, I'm going to come over there. Hey, listen, speaking of coming over here, all you people are walking past and looking at our birthday cake, and you're looking at it, and you're seeing the sign that says free cake. And I don't know if you can't believe it, but you're not taking the cake. I spent good money for that cake. It's not poison. Come get
This cake is definitely not a lie.
Yes, this is really, we really actually got a cake. And we got it from Kroger's, the new one on Loop 336 South. Hey, Kroger's.
Really big store.
Yeah, it is a really big store. I want to read something to you about from the Constitution before we get into the NICB. First Amendment reads, and I quote, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. The First Amendment is important, and it's very important to us today because of that one lone statement, and to petition the government for redress or grievances. People want to outlaw the NRA because they're a lobbying organization, and we need to get rid of them. They're a lobby organization because they represent about 5 million gun owners. They are our voice in Congress. The same way that the American Legion is a voice in Congress. The same way that ARP is a voice in Congress. They're lobby organizations. We have the right to be heard. The same way that 16-year-old in Florida, who's the gun expert of the nation, by the way.
He is. He's very smart. Also not an actor.
He's not an actor. He's a student. He has a voice. So do we. We have equal time under that voice. Now, the NRA is against stringent background checks. And the way this is supposed to function is this. If you purchase a weapon from a firearm dealer, he fills out a form, he calls it in, faxes it in, does it online, and immediately it comes back whether or not you are a convicted felon. And if you are, you can't purchase a firearm. If you have been deemed incompetent or otherwise mentally unstable, deficient, you can't own a firearm. The argument is we need to strengthen this, and we need to close private sales and the gun show loophole. Well, first off, there aren't loopholes. They're part and parcel of your Bill of Rights. Just let me read to you the Fourth Amendment. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable search and seizure shall not be violated. As a private citizen, I can sell my weapon to anybody that I want in good conscience. One of the points that they want to make in this instant background check is that private citizens need to do the background check also. We can pass that law, but there's no way to enforce that law. Secondly, they want to say, well, we're going to define, the government is going to define for you who is mentally stable enough to have a weapon. That concerns me greatly. There is no gun show loophole. If you go to a gun show and you purchase a weapon, the same way I purchased Arlene over here, I had to have a background check done immediately. And I passed it, so they sold me one. The gun show loophole that they're talking about is not a loophole. It is a private sale between two citizens. You can't go on the internet and buy a firearm. It's not possible. Oh, you can buy a firearm, but that firearm is sent not to you. It is sent to an authorized federal firearm license holder, and you have to pick it up there. And when you pick it up there, guess what they do? They do a background check. So before you go off half-cocked, get it? Get it? Johnny, if you're listening, Brother Johnny, that was for you, half-cocked. Before you go off half-cocked, I think you need to know what it is you're talking about. How much time do I have, Ethan? I have 12 minutes. Okay, we're gonna roll up here the talk on gun control, and we're going to go into what are we gonna do? We're gonna do March happenings.
Absolutely.
March
happenings.
We got a bunch of stuff happening in March,
Yes.
and I would like to before we do March happenings, let's do bitter glitter. Bitter glitter. DV Tanya, if you're listening, this is for you. DV Tanya, a while back, gave us a whole bunch of, hey, show it to the camera. Gave us a whole bunch of beautiful pocket knives to give out to people that call on the show. But we're not allowed to do give outs and call-ins on this show.
Well, we can tell you where to go to do it.
And where would they go?
Probably bitterglitter.com or VeteransAir.us.
VeteransAir.us on the web. Just send us a message, fill out that little form there and says, hey, how you guys doing? We'll send you a pocket knife from Bitter Glitter. Thank you, Tanya. We appreciate it. Now, March happenings. March happenings are brought to you this month by the outlets of Conroe at 1111 League Line Road. If you guys are following the show in the American Legion, you'll know that that's where we did the Heroes Holiday Harvest and gave away 600 turkeys this year. And they're now sponsoring this place. They're doing happenings in March.
I like their discount Nike store.
I do like their discount Nike stores. There's a couple of things happening out there in the Conroe Outlet Mall. On the 17th of March will be the first annual Houston SVT Terminator and Mustang meet from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. I have no idea what an SVT Terminator is.
I thought it was a movie.
I'll be back. Are you Saracana? Sorry, Arnie. Yeah, it's a Mustang show up there. Go check out the cars. I plan to be there and take some pictures. And on the 31st, meet the Easter Bunny at the Outlet Mall.
Doug has already said I cannot miss this one. He needs pictures of me with the Easter Bunny.
Oh, damn, Skippy. I am going to get a picture of him sitting on the Easter Bunny's lap, and I am going to post it on Veterans Air Facebook page. Bring the girls. Keeping with the today's theme of firearms in the Second Amendment, the VFW Post 4709 is raffling off a Remington 87 TAC 14 20-gauge pump-action shotgun. Here, I'll hold it up for you. See that? Now, tickets are $10 each. The drawing is May 5th, and you can buy these tickets at the VFW Post 4709, but I am telling you now, don't anyone go buy a raffle ticket. Are you going to ask me why? I see you over there.
Why, Doug?
Because I've already bought one, and if nobody else buys it, I've won this. That's a nice shotgun, by the way. And I like shotguns. They make a very unique sound.
Yes.
It's really good if on the other side of the door.
It's the sound right before the person kicking in your door makes brown pants.
Hey, March 17th, after the gun show, after the Mustang show, or before the Mustang show, if you want, you can head on over to the VFW 4709 for the St. Patrick's Day cook-off. They're having $10 Bloody Marys.
That's right. Come celebrate your white privilege with St. Patrick's Day.
I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said that. What a liberal. Yes, they're doing a chili cook-off, chili and beans, by the way. There'll be shenanigans. There will be a Calcutta on the chili and beans. I have no idea what that means, but that's what the flyer says, that there'll be a Calcutta. Is that like guys in togas?
A Calcutta, like the place, Calcutta?
That's what it says, Calcutta. See for yourself, it says Calcutta. I have no idea what Calcutta means.
Maybe it's going to be like an auction, like the mean streets of Calcutta. They're going to haggle like nobody's business.
Cool. I'm good for haggling.
That's all I got.
Hey, American Legion, if you're listening, we need a garage sale type of thing. We haven't done one in a while. We need to do one. Also at the VFW, because they're the only ones actually doing anything in March. I don't know why, but they are.
Yeah, Doug, why?
They are doing another raffle, Post 4709, and the drawing is going to be November 10th. But you need to get your tickets now for a 2017 Harley-Davidson Softail Slim S provided by the Texan Harley-Davidson people. Now, check this out. I don't know if you can see this.
It looks like something Captain America would ride around on.
Damn Skippy.
Yep.
And do you remember the shotgun raffle where I said you can get your tickets, and tickets are $10 for the shotgun, $20 for the motorcycle? You can go over to the VFW 4709, it's on Seaman Street, by the way, and purchase one of these raffle tickets, but I'm encouraging you not to. Go ahead, ask me. Ask.
Why, Doug?
Because I've already bought one. And if nobody else buys it, this Harley's mine.
Wasn't Huey supposed to buy you some tickets?
No, that was Larry.
Larry?
Hey, Larry Erie, if you're listening, Larry, I'm still holding it to you to buy all my tickets. And if you win by chance, since you already bought one, that you're going to give me this bike because you're entirely too old to be riding this. Entirely too old to be riding this. How much time do I have left? Good, 7 minutes. On March 24th, between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m., I want a huge Veterans Air turnout to the Hearts Veterans Museum up in Huntsville. They're located at 463 State Highway 75 North. It's the Hearts Veteran Museum. The Hearts Veteran Museum invites you for a fun time to meet and greet those who have served and are serving our country and all first responders who are always on the front line of our protection. The festival will be great for children and adults to view military trucks, tanks, airplanes, helicopters, law enforcement equipment, fire trucks, ambulance, classic cars, motorcycles, a quilt show, as well as an open house of the museum. And if you haven't been into the museum, shame on you. The beautiful spring, or as we say here in South Texas, a beautiful yellow. That was Patriots thing, by the way.
Are you talking about all the tree spunk over like everyone's cars?
Yes. The Patriot tells me that that's my wife. Hey, baby, I love you. It's the season of yellow. There's going to be a quilt show as well as an open house of the museum. Go to the museum. It's beautiful in there. It's a beautiful time. There'll be booths, games, and lots of enjoyable activities. I am a big supporter of the Hearts Museum, as everybody knows. I want to see everybody out there. And I'm going to go out because I just happen to know, because I have the inside track, I just happen to know that law enforcement will be bringing their 50 cal.
Like machine gun?
No, it's not a machine gun.
Then what?
No such thing as a machine gun.
An M2? They're bringing an M2? Okay.
That's what I'm told.
Oh.
That's what I'm told. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've been told.
Is it one of the newer ones that you don't have to do headspace and timing? Or is it one of the cool ones?
Now, what fun would it be if you did not have to do headspace and timing?
Where's all the fun in that?
That's right. Yeah. Let's go back to the old way. You're too young to remember this, but back in my day, we had a automatic weapon that fired 7.56 caliber rounds. We called it the M60. Now, on the M60 was a wonderful weapon, but you needed to be very careful when you disassembled this weapon, because if not, and you took that butt plate off, that spring would fire, and it would hit you right here. Right here it hits you. And that would explain why I always have a beard now. Not that I didn't move my head out of the way. It will knock your teeth out. Yes, it will. So those are the happenings in March. I've always wanted to do this. You see that on TV news programs where they're doing this with their papers? And Jose, I don't have a pen with me. Jose has always holding his pen. I'm going to start doing that so I can look more distinguished. They can know what I'm talking about.
Make people try and believe you. Go ahead.
Make people try to believe
Go ahead, Doug.
Yeah. How much time we got? Am I running short or am I running long? I got 4 minutes.
We got 4 minutes to kill Doug. Well,
Yeah.
really 3.
Yeah, that's true.
We still have cake out there. People need to come eat that cake.
Come eat the cake. Because if you're going to take the cake, I'm taking the cake home, and I'm diabetic, and I will eat it all because I have no self-control. And then I'll go into a diabetic coma, and it will be your fault, listeners.
I wouldn't go that far, but I would agree with everything that you have no self-control.
I have no self-control. I'm going to eat the cake with my battle
He's going to
spork.
use his battle spork.
And this is the perfect. This is, by the way, a genuine K-bar battle spork, and I may get one for Dan because he's jealous.
Did you show him the knife? It's got a little cutlery knife.
This is a battle spork.
And yes, you have to sharpen that yourself too, just like every K-bar.
Battle spork. Oh, we didn't show them the K-bar. We even brought a K-bar. American Steel. Donald Trump, if you're listening, K-Bar, upstate New York. American Steel. They said you can't sharpen a K-Bar to sharp enough to shave with. And my response to that is challenge accepted. Why, yes. Why, yes, you can. I'm a good soldier.
That's definitely not a clean cut, Doug.
My hands shake, Dan. You know it. You give it a try. See how good you are.
I'll do it later. I don't want to embarrass myself
Oh, okay.
more than I already have today.
Well, then we need to wrap up this show. Going to do our shout-outs to
Yes.
our sponsors?
Absolutely. Let me give a shout out to our sponsors before I forget. Veterans Air is made possible by the support of East Meets West Productions, full service business consultants helping vets apply for SBA and FEMA grants. For more information, call 361 904 0044. And by the American Legion, Conroe Post 411. Post 411 meets the second Tuesday of each month at 7 p.m. at 13614 Poplar Circle, Suite 201, Conroe, Texas. Visit AmericanLegionConroe.org for more information or call 936-207-2401.
That's outstanding. 2 minutes. I'm going to end the show like in a minute and 40 seconds, if not more, or less, or somewhere out there. Well, that about wraps up the show for us. We've caused enough trouble here, and they're kicking us out because the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is up next. But I want to remind you to tune in April 3rd at 1 p.m. We're going to be interviewing Tom Yeats of the Patriotic Restoration Organization, and he's going to talk to us about Freedom Fridays and the importance of the American Legion in schools for today. It'll be a pre-recorded show, but it's still going to be good.
Wasn't there a job fair coming up?
There is, thank you. There is a job fair coming up end of May, beginning of June, by the American Legion up at the outlets of Conroe, where the American Legion is now doing most of its events, if not all of them. And this is going to be a unique job fair because this job fair, they're hiring.
Like on the spot hiring?
Like, yes, you could be hired on the spot. National employers are being brought in to actually hire veterans. They are specifically seeking veterans to fill their positions. More to follow, so stay tuned. Come back in April and listen to us.
I'll have to let my boss know.
That's right, absolutely. You can run a table.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can hire people to help you.
Hey.
Hey! Well, give a shout out to your boss.
I,
Who do you work for?
Oh, Bulwark Pest Control.
Bulwark Pest Control.
Yeah.
That's Dangerous Dan, the bug-killing man. Hire him. Well, we're gonna get out here so the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce can get in. But we're gonna end this the way we usually do. We're gonna end this with the Warrior song. And while we're listening to this, let us remember our brothers and sisters in uniform that today are standing in harm's way with their M16 assault weapons. And they're standing for your freedoms and liberties.
Most of them use M4s, Doug.
They're still assault weapons. I'm rain on my
You're
parade.
so old.
You young whippersnapper. Listen, people. Seriously. Stay vigilant. Stay safe. This is Veterans Era.
You have been listening to Veterans Air on IRLoneStar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 with Douglas B. Reminding you that GRUNT is an acronym for Ground Recon Usually Not Trained.
Machine with a need to bleed you when the light goes green. Best believe I'm in the zone to be. From a yin to my yang to Z. Put a grin on my chin when you come to me. Cause I'll win, I'm a one of a kind. And I'll bring death to the place you're about to be. Another river of blood running under my feet. Forged in a fire lit long ago. Stand next to me, you'll never stand alone. I'm last to leave, but the first to go. Lord, make me dead before you make me whole. I feed on the fear of the devil inside of the enemy faces in my sight. Aim with a hand. a fire in me like a cigarette thrown to gasoline. If death don't bring you fear, I swear you'll fear these marching feet. Come to the nightmare, come to me. Deep down in the dark where the devil be. In the mall where the jaws and the razor teeth, where the brimstone burns and the angel weeps. Roll to the gods of across your path, and my silhouette hangs like a body bag. Hope is a moment now long past. The shadow of death is the one I cast. I am a soldier and I'm marching on. I am a warrior and this is my song. My eyes are steel and my gaze is long. I am a warrior and this is my song.
We're not just going to shoot the bastard. We're going to cut out their living guts and use them to grease the treads of our tanks. We're going to murder those lousy bastards by the bushel.
Now I live lean and I mean to inflict the grief, and the least of me is still out of your reach. The killing machine's gonna do